Y'all just gonna have to kind of put up with this goddamn glare in my glasses, cause I don't give a fuck. I give a fuck, but this ain't about that. Not this video, not this time. But yeah, you know what I'm saying. But off the rip though, I want to say, COVID-19, fuck you, fuck your mama, fuck your whole clique. Roll the fucking intro. So pretty much this video was me piggybacking off of the video my brother Chris did earlier. He posted it on the Build page, YouTube, and Facebook watch page. All of that, y'all could go check it out. I put a link in the description below. But pretty much this video was about the space that he's been in creatively during this whole quarantine and COVID-19 situation. For me, I honestly haven't been in a creative space where I can just create and have a creative flow since this shit started. One, we kind of got the creative flow that I was already in kind of got halted by quarantine. Like we had a lot of things going on, like the motion documentary, we were supposed to be premiering that. We had a web series project that we were in the midst of, doing pre-production of. It was a lot of shit going on. Like I had just caught, a vibe in a flow musically, in DJing. I had booked gigs, started booking weddings, just trying to get in the flow of all of that. And then COVID-19 said, fuck all of that. Creatively at the beginning of RONA, it was really ego-based. And it was ego-based because I'm seeing everybody like, oh man, like you gotta hustle, you gotta take, you gotta take this time to work on your craft and so forth and so on. So at that point, I was kind of like forcing creativity. And the little bit of creativity that I was coming out with it was nothing that, I felt like progressed me and what I was doing. It was just, I'm doing something to do something. And doing something just to do something isn't progressive at all. Like that'll leave you stagnant because, and especially in the space that we in, because what if something catch, then I'll be stuck in that and having to do that over and over and over again. And I'm putting out content that is not really even true to me. So that'll leave me stuck in a fucking box that I don't want to be in. And it's not listening to anybody. It's just going down the timeline and seeing people's content and seeing people, get certain shit off. Like, even to the point when DJs was doing live shit. Like I have been trying to do live videos for a while and thinking about if it would even work or like how I would do it or so forth and so on. Not even realizing that people actually like the videos I was already doing. They don't necessarily want to see me do shit live. Like they like, the fact that they can go and pull up one of my old IGTVs and just let that whole play while they cleaning or while they doing some shit. You know what I mean? Like that's the space that I occupied. And then I had to realize that, in the whole hustler thing, it kind of got me caught up, at least, I don't know about Chris, but it kind of got me caught up because because everything is done in-house, like everything from top to bottom, like, the project the web series we're working on, we're doing pre-production, we're doing, the videography, we're directing it, we act like a production company putting this shit out, and that's what we're doing, top to bottom, in-house. With that being said, we have always been people to make shit happen, whether it be out of necessity, we not excuse driven, we don't even in our group, like we don't allow each other to have excuses, like we always holding each other accountable. And now mind you, like we're two individuals on the Build podcast, we're two individuals who are going through this, but we aren't necessarily like, at the beginning, we aren't necessarily talking about like, hey bro, like I don't really feel like doing shit, or like, man, I don't really know where this shit going, so I don't really know what the next steps are to take. Like we aren't really having these conversations. We kind of lost in the sauce of the hustle. And oh man, we hustling and busting, we have to put out content. Then we putting out content that other people putting out. And mind you, everybody's putting out content, but very, very few people are putting out good content. And that's the thing about, like, I appreciate y'all for fucking with us through this, because you fucked with our content because our content is good. And you told us that this shit is good. We actually realized, like, man, we occupy a space that is just us. Like, we have our own lane, and we made our own lane because we were doing work before this shit happened. You know what I mean? And that's another thing. Like, you know what I mean? Chris gonna be humble about it, but we was moving before COVID-19. Like, we was moving out here. And a lot of you motherfuckers who talking about, oh man, you gotta hustle, and if you don't come out of this with yada yada this and you this and that, a lot of you motherfuckers couldn't maintain relationships before this shit. And the fact that, you know, we're all isolated, and you don't have to go and shake nobody's hand, and you don't have to look nobody in the eye, and you don't have to get that motherfucking deal done. A lot of that is saving you motherfuckers because of our relationships and because of how we were moving. We were progressing at light speed. You know what I'm saying? And also this time helped me reflect on that within itself. Like, we covered a lot of fucking ground in the span of 2 years. You know what I'm saying? Like, shit been moving. You know what I mean? And the beginning of COVID had me losing sight of how far we fucking came, because it became like another challenge. Like, man, you know what I'm saying? We really gotta swap with elites in this time, and we don't even really have to fucking do that. Like, you know what I mean? It kind of tricked me out of the lane real quick. That's creatively, that's just a space I've been in. I stopped really working on a documentary simply because I'm a person that needs to be outside and needs to see people's energies and needs to see people's vibes, and that's what I create my content off of. And you know what I mean? Like, that's why a lot of my playlists have been lovey-dovey as fuck, because shit, I'm with my gal, you know what I'm saying? And so with something like The Motion, you know what I mean, you need to get different energies, different aspects, different point of views, and be able to convey that through editing, through shots, through storytelling, all of that. And because I haven't been in those spaces, I can't do that. And that's what's so great about the build, all of the content that we put up is reciprocal of the energy that we giving by y'all. You know what I mean? Whether it's us covering political topics, whether it's covering music, whether it's just simply us breaking down shit as men and what we fucking going through, all of that is reciprocal of the energy that we're giving. And that's what we use to be creative. You know what I mean? It's kind of like finally in a place where it's just like, I'm cool with not doing shit. The first time, I ain't even gonna lie, the first time that I had that thought, I was scared as fuck. The first thought was like, nigga, you pussy. Like, you tripping, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? You just don't want to be out here getting it in with people, and so you gonna fall back and you gonna rest on your laurels. But it wasn't even that. It was just me realizing, man, I've occupied a space. We got a lot of shit coming up. Shout out to the homie Mackie HTX. Like, you know what I mean? He helped a nigga maneuver through it. Like, bro, all I really want to do is talk about fucking rap. That's it. And play music. We've had the battles, you know what I'm saying? Battle of the Ox. We've had Quarantine Hour where we just really chop it up about shit on Sundays, you know what I mean? Just music we listening to, albums that come out, music, news, and that's really all a nigga want to do. Like, I don't want to actually have to, you know what I mean, come up with something from nothing. Like, I'm not in the space to fucking do that at all, you know what I mean? And hell, even this video, like as you can see, like, the corner crooked, it's a glare in my, I don't even give a fuck no more. I'm just really this is on some Dear Diary type shit, you feel me? That's really the space I'm in, you know what I mean? And the fact that Chris was able to make that video first kind of put me in like, damn, maybe we should really let the people know and let them in on what the fuck has been going on. Like, we ain't even in the same spot, you know what I mean? Like, we literally on opposite ends of the fucking city. So when we've been doing the podcast, it's like, you know what I mean, I gotta go to his end and he gotta come to my end. It's just all of that shit, you know what I mean? It's fucking wild, you know what I mean? And with the halting and everything, like I end up getting a 9 to 5, getting a gig. Like I didn't necessarily need the gig, but I felt the gig was gonna, you know what I mean, put me in position to do other things, you know what I mean, in the meantime, because we were on the way, you know what I mean, to having a great year, you know what I mean, with everything halting, shit halted. And I was fortunate enough in this situation to get a job. Like I literally started my job 1 week after quarantine. You know what I mean? I was just like, that was a fucking blessing, no lie. You know what I mean? And what I've been able to do, hell, this fucking ring light, this light bulb, you know what I mean? I was able to buy a mic for my DJ equipment, speakers, you know what I mean? I'm damn near about to turn this room that I'm actually in into a home office because of the income. Like I've created my own space to be creative in, you know what I mean, in this time. Like it's just really building a space. You know what I mean? That's really what I've been on. I really appreciate y'all for fucking with us still though. I appreciate y'all for, you know what I mean, checking in on us. I even appreciate y'all who really don't give a fuck and just want the podcast. Like, I fuck with y'all too, you know what I mean? I fuck with everybody who been adding my playlist on Apple Music. I have started transferring those playlists to Spotify, so you can pick those up on Spotify too. I'll be sharing those. And yeah, pretty much that's been it. Like, that's really what I've been on. I don't really want to hold y'all. I just really wanted to piggyback off that video, let y'all know where I'm at with it, let y'all know where to build at with it, and we on the way.